Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's weekly gospel. It has the word weekly in it. Today, I didn't really have necessarily an epiphany this week, but more of a reawakening. Not necessarily a new connection that I made, like as in last week, but more of just a realization of something that I used to have that I've just kind of let fade away. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Apologies in advance if I low-key die, because I'm a bit under the weather at the moment, and my voice might go out, in 2-3 minutes when because I have a sore throat. Anyways, so hopefully I can cough it back up, cough my voice back to life. Is that a thing? Just had to do it already. Anyways, so this week I've just been thinking, I don't know, somehow the idea came back into my head of the quiet time. I think I maybe don't even know what brought it up. But a while ago at Impact, we had a quiet time where Hunter challenged us to have a quiet time throughout the week. And I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about how he also challenged us last week over summer to, not let your faith die, because we're in SoCal, right? So summer means a lot of things. A lot of things change during summer, a lot of beach and stuff like that. And just things can get carried away right now, so he's challenging, especially when you're talking to high schoolers. So he was challenging us to not let our faith slide, and I'm thinking, like, how do I not let my faith slide? Easy money. He was talking about capitalizing on all that extra time you're going to get from summer, and I'm like, of course, I'll capitalize on all that. So, like, I need to set aside time to do this and that. And then just as I've been thinking about it, I've realized there used to be something that was very, I'm going through this 365-day plan with Rick Warren. And there was a, 1 or 2 weeks where the daily devotionals, kind of the theme was quiet time with God. And, setting aside time in the morning or sometime during the day to have quiet time. And I was thinking, like, wait a minute, I don't do that. Like, yes, I read my plan every day. Very helpful. But I don't really have quiet time. So my reawakening this week, I think, has really been like, I need to start that again. I need to set a time, wake up 15 minutes earlier. And there you go. I just made 15 minutes where I could be spending time just praying. And that kind of such a huge effect, because one of the struggles I've been having in my faith recently is that, like, it used to be everything. My gears were rolling the entire day. And then all of a sudden it faded, and like now I don't think about it as much when it should be all I think about. And I was thinking, like, why is this? And I mean, like, some days just, I can wake up in the morning and start doing everything, and God never falls back into the equation like it was, maybe yesterday. So I think I need to start doing quiet time, just like 15 minutes, right? Every morning. I can do my daily Devo in that time, right? 2-3 minutes right there. But just read, pray. So many people talk about, like, number one way to increase your faith is just to read the Bible. Just read the book. Read the book, dude. That is the best way to spiritually mature. And, I don't do that. I do my daily devotional. We read it during sermons. But I need to be reading in my free time. And actually letting my knowledge grow, letting my faith grow through that, because as I've heard from, like, literally every person alive, that's the one way that your faith will grow. That's the most important thing that you could do to help your faith grow. Sorry about this line that's going across my face. I'm such a legend. But yeah, that's really what's been going on this week. That was my kind of thought process. What big thing happened this week that's really hitting me is, I just need to read more. And we sang this song during church today. It's called Christ Be All Around Me by Michael W. Smith, I think. Oh my gosh, Michael W. Smith. I don't know. It's called Christ Be All Around Me. Christ be all around me. And the main chorus line is, above and below me, before and behind me, and every eye that sees me, Christ be all around me. No, the worship director said, kind of like, after that was the last song, right? And, after you sing, you kind of like pray, you know, the dude prays, right? And he was talking about the song, and I realized he interpreted those lyrics in a completely different way than I did. When I hear, I'm above and below me, before and behind me, Christ be all around, like, the first thing that comes to my mind is making myself an example, living out of Christ. Like, when people see me, I want them to see God in me. When someone looks at me, that's, you know, higher than me, above me, they see Christ in me. If they're lower than me, they look up at me, you know, they see Christ in me. Above and below me, before and behind me, just above and below me, before and behind me. That's a way of saying everyone, right? Everywhere I go, everything I do in my life, I want everyone to look at me and see Christ everywhere in me. That's my entire being. But when he was praying, I realized the way he had been interpreting the song is just as a statement of fact, like above and below me, before and behind me, Christ is all around me because he's in everything. I don't have to worry about this or that or the other thing. I don't have to worry about people above me or below me, before, behind me, because Christ is in everything and Christ has everything. He's got the whole world in his hands. And that's, you know, a way I'd never interpreted it. So like, I think those words are such an important thing, because the Great Commission is to become a disciple and to make disciples of all nations. And that incorporates both sides of the Great Commission. Because if Christ is your everything, above and below you, you know, if that's then yes, that's like literally saying, I'm a disciple. Like, but not only are you saying that you want to be a disciple, when you pray above and below me, before and behind me, Christ be all around me, if you pray that you want everyone to be seeing Christ all around you, that's also praying that that's also of the other half of the Great Commission, to make disciples of all nations. That's a true prayer that, like, hey, I want people to see me and say, something's different about this person. I can see Christ in him. Man, that was the epiphany / reawakening this week. But just, yeah, I mean, I was really surprised. The thing that always gets me about worship songs is that the lyrics work out so that they can be interpreted in many, many different ways. Like, you'll sing one thing for years and years, and you can sing it out, worship it out, and all of a sudden, when you hear it after this one sermon, all of a sudden it's like, there's a complete other meaning to this, you know? It's just out of the blue. And it's, you know, completely different meaning, and something you never thought of, and all of a sudden you're singing the same worship song in a completely new sense. And I remember the college director was talking about how this applies with, what's that song? Set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain, that I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. There's no place I'd rather be than here in your love. Those are the lyrics for the entire song. Those are all the lyrics for the entire song. It's just that repeating over and over. But he said you could play this song forever and it never grows old, because it's written in a way that, like, you could forever ever sing, set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain, that I can't control, and be in full out worship. And just, anyways, that was your weekly gospel for today. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy today's weekly gospel, leave a like. If you dislike the weekly gospel, leave a dislike. Don't forget to share your opinion in the comment section down below, including an epiphany or reawakening that you've had this week yourself. And I will see you next time, guys. Bye, bye, bye.